New York is getting ready to reopen and return to the new normal in a stepwise approach over the coming weeks. The plan to reopen is comprehensive and it's actually a slow plan, including businesses, schools, public transport, restaurants, and other public places. As you know, Istanbul and New York are similar in many ways, and Istanbul is currently behind New York regarding the epidemic curve. I therefore think Istanbul can take advantage of this by observing the reopening steps in New York and in other big cities, and the outcome of those steps. And I'm sure there will be many lessons that countries will learn from each other during this pandemic. We all know by now that there will be a transition to a new normal until the threat is over. So we either need a vaccine, an effective treatment, or some kind of magic until we can feel safer again. And this transition needs to be very slow and stepwise. And we need to be very careful not to experience new ways. I believe scientists will be careful, and I hope decision takers follow scientific advice so that public health stays the first priority for everyone. Pandemics have been predicted by many scientists, and you can actually find many scientific articles and reports describing different pandemic scenarios and how to prevent them. But then why did we experience such a thing today? Because those articles and reports stayed on the shelves and they were not taken seriously by many of the policymakers. We could be much more prepared if more resources were allocated to pandemic preparedness and One Health approach. I hope this negative experience will lead to some positive changes and that we do not forget what we learned from this pandemic. We know that this pandemic will be over someday, as previous pandemics in human history. But what is important is to be able to transfer all our knowledge and know-how to the next generations to keep them safe and healthy.